Test. Yeah, there we go. All right, we still, there's my B1 send. Okay, we're good. What up, what up, what up? We are here. We are in the studio after a long week of work. I am so happy to finally be here. We left off, I was about to import all the new chorus tracks and the new vocal track from the vocalist pseudonym. uh I did it, and I didn't do it in live stream mode because it was a slog, man. No, his part was fast. What happened was he inspired me to do my bring in my own stuff, as because I had done like 35 takes trying to do the vocals myself. So that meant I had a lot of vocal stuff available to throw into the chorus. And so by doing that, I created a lot of work for myself, and it was a lot to deal with. But boy, oh boy, once I finally got there, it was done, and it's, my gosh, I had to sort through every single one of those things for every single phrase. It was an obscene amount of work, but it's done. We are now in mix. So what happened was I exported all the tracks. I actually exploded the choir into individual notes so that each of them had their own channels, so that I could set them up in the soundstage, and exported everything to stems. And then now I'm in what I call the mix project, which is where I've loaded up the stems, and now I'm laying it out inside the sound stage. So basically, I've got all the performers. Now I'm setting them up on the stage, automating their positions, getting it to making the magic happen. Because at this point, I like what everybody's doing, but now I need for the listener to be able to hear what everybody's doing in the way that I want them to be hearing it. And so that is how I treat the mix stage. I'm not a professional. I'm sure there's a proper definition for what's going on here, but I'm just a hobbyist, and that's what I'm doing. And that's what we are doing. And so right now, the track isn't much. In fact, let me see if I can. Not sure why my scroll bar ain't working. All right, every other things are working, so at least that's behaving. Did I mention I need a new computer? Hey, there we go. All right. Hopefully it doesn't make a habit of that. That's a little depressing. Okay, so I made the very poor decision of exporting things to FLAC, and I think that's what's bogging down the CPU, because it's like I've got decompressed like hundreds of tracks. Anyways, so if we listen to it right, I guess I've only got the chorus brought in right now. So anyone just joining in, this is the Victim of War track. This is a brand new track I'm releasing hopefully soon. It's in the final stages, is in the mixing stage. Then there's I want to pass by the vocalist, make sure he's happy with how he sounds, and then get the master out there, and get the master done, and then get it released. I'll have to do some cover art too. I've got some ideas for that. But that's where we are. Victim of War, named after the inspiration for the lyrics, which was the active wars going on, especially in Ukraine, and I often think of Palestine as well. I know there's a lot of gray area that I don't know about, but I also know that people are miserable. They are victims of war. I feel for them, and I'm grateful I'm not in a situation like that, but I feel for them. I hear their stories, and it just tears me apart. So I make this song to reflect those emotions, to get them out there, and so I can hear them, and I want to share so that hopefully other people can hear them, and maybe they're feeling the same feelings. It can help them process these emotions as well. So, Victim of War. What we are doing now is I am trying to lay out a particular segment called, it's got the marker on here, yes, and that's it's a part in the lyrics where it goes, such raging animosity in now rockets hiss, such raging animosity, and now rockets hiss. It's talking about how someone's just living their life and suddenly people are angry at them for no good reason, and now rockets are hissing and of course landing and exploding and all that. And so in this case, there's a real hiss has become this massive 2-measure moment, and I initially was like, when I did the vocals, it was like, and now rockets, and I when I passed the torch of vocals off to Pseudonym, because it is a hip-hop track and I'm not a hip-hop artist, but that's what I wanted in the track. Pseudonym was like, dude, I freaking love what you did there. She was like, so he did his own thing where he went, yes, and it's very high pitched, rising, and he did a chorus, which we'll get to hear probably, where he layered everybody going upwards. And so he's doing the yes, and I'm doing the yes. And what we're working on now is my part of that. In fact, let me just see where we're at right now, because his hiss should be pretty.
Yo, what the heck, man? I'm just getting. Yo, what the heck, man? I'm just getting.
Yeah. It's what you're not hearing is the drums going something like that. But because I haven't mixed in the drums yet, I've been trying to get the vocals done first, so I can't even bring them in right now. That's where we're at, but it's cool, I assure you. And so it's just going wild. And here in the mix, because there's so much going on, I really want it to be audible. I want to make sense. I want it to be a moment, not just, okay, it's a word. I want to be like, whoa. So we'll see what happens. Now, I've been dreading this all week because in order to do this, let me turn off his thing so you can hear, so we can all hear what my part is. All right, let's turn off his lyrics. I'm not even hearing anything right now. We got the nice hear of the choir singing Savior in Old Church Symphonic. Let's mute the. I need to bring up my track manager because this gets out of hand quick. So many tracks. Why do I do this to myself? Whatever. There's the choir. And they are no longer soloed, so they will not be heard, because I want to hear this. And I don't know why I'm not hearing it. Why am I not hearing it? Is it because, probably because chorus common is not soloed. Now, I already don't like how thin that sounds. I've been using a pretty aggressive high pass filter on this, and I think I just need to back that off a bit. We'll see how that. I can always replace that filter with an EQ. What I'm trying to do is leave as much room for the bass and drums as possible, because that's the driver of this piece. And there's lots going on with the hi-hat, and the cymbals are not quite as important. They've got a couple moments, they've got a few moments, but It's really the hi-hat, snare, bass, and even the toms. Sometimes they use the floor tom instead of the kick as the bass, but ultimately that's where all that action is going. And all throughout the whole verse, we have it in on the and the e of the one e and one e and it's really cool. Keeps that energy going the whole time, keeps the tension up, and so I'm trying to keep room for that. Once I get the drums mixed in, then I'll be able to see if there's room to tweak around. But that at least sounds better. I'm nervous because I'm about to do something pretty wacky. And I'm nervous about duplicating all this work, but I can copy paste. It's gonna be okay, John. It's gonna be okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut that. I'm not gonna cut. I'm gonna paste that back in because I'm only gonna duplicate out this one section. That because I've got a few other chorus parts that I want to use the existing layout on. It's this hiss that I want to hear how it's going to sound. And I'm wondering if I should try it out first. No, let's just go ahead and do it. So right now I've got chorus common, which is just all the chorus parts, and they're being routed to the harmony portion of the sound stage. And for any of those, I've posted about this on Facebook, but the general public does not know about this, and probably won't know about it for a very long time because nobody watches this stuff. But what we have here is, let me unmute that so we can see some of the pretty colors. This is my sound stage, and this is a technique I developed for defending the gates, where I had a bunch of synthesizers, and I've been experimenting with ways to accomplish this, but defending the gates was the first time I really pulled it off, and I was like, oh, this is working. So I've got a quasi what's it, the Dolby Atmos, quasi Atmos setup. I've never worked with Atmos. I know in theory how it works, where you're have virtual audio objects being placed in a virtual environment. I don't know how you set up the actual acoustics of that environment, but that's what I'm doing. Is I've got the melody segment, which I've positioned straight front and center. I got the drum room where I'm putting in transient, snare, and bass in their own channels, and then I got the harmony, which is positioned a little further back and more off to the sides, and then the support, which is even further back, and then the ambient, which is in the way back of the stage, the sound stage. And they're positioned using different techniques, mostly just reverb. Like melody has no reverb, drum room has some, and then of course each of these has their own things going on. Some of them are being routed into mono. For example, bass notes. Bass is going into mono. It's got it's going to have some saturation added in, and then and as I'm going, I will route the audio to different positions. Like here we have melody and harmony getting the fills. And I wonder if I have that happening all over the place, because I'm not entirely sure I want melody that, oh yeah, this is like the, yeah, my life don't look the same. So this is just stuff happening. I'm still not convinced. This is unfinished work, so I'm not going to get derailed by that right now. But anyways, those are getting routed to melody and harmony, which is, I just love this technique, because what it means is that if I want something with that has more presence in the mix, I send it to multiple parts of the stage. And because it's in phase and sync, well, hopefully it would be. So far it's worked out really nicely. As long as it's in phase and in sync, it sounds like the same audio, the same audio source. It's not like I'm multiplying the audio source, but I am dramatically increasing the gain and presence on the sound stage by giving it more space, more floor space on the sound stage. And so that's that. It's just an absolutely fascinating technique. It's been working out really well. And I'm about to do something I've never done before, and we'll see if it works. And if it doesn't work, then it'll be interesting at the very least. So we've got chorus common. What's underneath chorus common? We've got, okay, that's what I was thinking it was. So we have pseudonyms, chorus tracks, and then we have my chorus tracks. And what I want to do, we got some FX on here. I want to separate my hiss into a separate group so I can process it very differently. I'm wanting to have my hiss start at the front of the sound stage and go to the back. I've never done this before, but we'll see what happens. But I've got to organize this in a way that it does happen. So, what I'm trying to figure out now, the way this is routed, is it routed that way right now? Yes. The way this is routed is, oh, it is not. Inside of the project, actual composing track, this is routed such that chorus common routes into chorus explicit or chorus clean, so that I can turn on one or the other and I get the clean version of the chorus track or the explicit version of the chorus track. And explicit and clean in this context is there is some F-bombs and an H word being dropped in because of the emotional severity of what is being expressed. But I recognize that a lot of my friends and family don't like it. It unsettles them in a way that is not appropriate for the art. It makes them uncomfortable. I want them, they should feel empathy, sympathy, and hopefully a bit of anger, but they should not feel like attacked themselves, because that's not the point. So I'm making an explicit and a clean version to kind of accommodate both cultures of language. Hopefully it's not going to have the same impact as the explicit version. That's why I'm doing the explicit version, but it is going to still be able to be enjoyed by my family, friends, and anyone else that happens to want to listen to this track but doesn't want but is uncomfortable by the explicit language. Obviously YouTube recognizes the same thing. That's why I'm not saying the words here on this track now, because I want this to be accessible to as many people as possible. So that's where we're at. So we got chorus common. It is routing right now all its sound to the harmony portion of the stage, but I'm wanting to completely do a different route, and I'm debating how I'm going to do it. I'm thinking, especially since there's no actual, oh, that's not supposed to be grouped there. Why? Oh, yeah, that's right. I've got a hidden track up here that's, let me actually turn that on. I'll pull this over here so you can see the scene amount of everything going on. Okay, now, oh no, it just turned on a whole bunch of other stuff too. Let me undo that so I can see exactly what just happened there. Okay, I hate how it does this. I just want to turn on the parent track, but by doing that, it's turning on all the okay, so this one won't do. I'm going to keep the other one turned off so I can mirror the changes. And now we're going to turn that one on and do the same. There we go. Problem solving. Okay, so we got that. So we're all good and back to normal, except that we can see our parent track again, which I'm not using for routing in this case, but I am trying to figure out where there. I'm not using it for routing. It's completely turned off. But what I want to do is do a new group featuring my hiss chorus, because I want everything else to be routed to harmony. I don't want to have to manually do all that. I want to focus on this one segment. So we're going to duplicate all that. We're going to take it out of that group because that is no longer... that was a wrong button to hit. There we go. That looks better. What is the correct button to hit? I want to hit... let's just drag it down. There we go. It's problem solved. So we have chorus common, and I want halfway between. Why aren't you letting me put it anywhere but there? Whatever. Let me. Will that work now? I'm trying to put it at the end. I just want to put it at the end. I don't want it to be above there. Can I move it down? I've been using Reaper for forever. I mean, literally ever. I just bought it for the 3rd time. Here we go. Problem solving. Okay. So now we have chorus common. And this is going to be chorus common John hiss. So, that said, we now need to do some stuff. I don't think I need FX on here. I'm going to leave it there just so... Actually, let me just go ahead and do what I was doing earlier. Cut, selected FX. And we're going to duplicate this on every single track. Ah! All right, so we got a channel strip on there. And I'm using this channel strip to do gain staging. Which is in extremely short terms, keeping things at a particular volume at various stages of the from at the lowest levels, which is here at individual tracks, to groups, and then up to the sound stage levels, and finally to the final track, the master. So I just dropped that FX. We're going to get this one FX sounding good, which, does this even have a hiss moment? Yes, it does. Okay, it's just very low amplitude. Let's see. So right now I've got this, I need to isolate all of these. Let's select all of those. So many tracks. Oh my gosh, we're going to be touching every single one of these. But let's at least isolate what I'm working on here. So split. It actually looks like it might have done what I wanted it. Yes. Okay, it deleted that, and now I need to delete all these. Just trying to isolate. That did not work the way I wanted it to. Let's try it again. Thank you. I don't want to see that end. That visual clutter. I don't have mental space for this. So, track manager, where are you? There. Thank you. End. I don't want to see you. Go away. I love in Reaper how you can turn off tracks so that they are no longer visible. I don't know what just happened. Okay, we're good. Actually, I don't know what just happened. Let's just undo whatever that was. Okay. Just clear whatever the heck just happened. I just undid it so that we should be good. Boom. Okay. Everything's behaving appropriately. Except... Okay, we're good. Because I moved the time selection. So we're going to focus on one just to see if we like the effect. So this one, let's it is soloed. Nobody else should be playing when I hit play here. And yet they are playing, probably because that is soloed. Oh, I need to isolate that as well, because we are not going to make those noises inside of... Here we go. So I need to do this inverse of what I just did over here, which is to select all these tracks. Ba-doop-boop-boo, ba-doop-ba-doop. They are now selected. I'm going to call this, and I like to do a lot of point and call style editing, so that it's very explicit. So I've now trimmed all those tracks, and I'm going to do the inverse, deleting that audio information. But I need to be careful because one of these... No, that's inside of the explicit and clean courses. So we're good. We're good. Delete. Bam, they're gone. And I can now... I technically don't need those envelopes anymore, but I'm going to leave it as is for now because I need to focus. It's really not going to be that much of a performance hit if I leave them in there. In fact, ideally, I'm not going to have to touch that ever again. So let's get to where we're at now. So let's make sure we're only hearing what I want to hear. Still got some other stuff going on here. Why am I hearing that? We're not soloed. Why am I hearing it? What is this? Oh, I bet you I didn't exit me. Yep. Nope. Alright, I need to make sure. No, I exit the... Got another end to hide. There we go. Why am I hearing the choir? I don't want to hear the choir right now. Why are you enabled? Let's see. It's not soloed. It's not soloed. So why am I hearing it? Why are you enabled? You shouldn't be enabled. I can mute you, but I want to figure out the problem. Maybe the soundstage itself is soloed. I mean, yeah. Oh, that was it. Okay. I hope I can hear what's going on up here. Nope, that was what I was worried about. All right, what can I do? What can I do? Whatever. I'm gonna mute it, and it's no longer a problem. There we go. Now we need to add a send on here. So this is where it gets exciting. Soundstage. We want to send to harmony. Hey, there it goes. That scared me. And ambient. All right, and now we need automation. I really don't think automation, but we'll leave it in there for now. Sand volume. Okay. Right now we're sending to all three. Let me tweak the gain. Here we go. Let me tweak the gain. What level do I want this to be at? Target 18 to 24, but that's at above this. So I've got like 30. Pull up some ChatGPT action here. How do I... There we go. I have a track of group of 30 audio tracks. I want them to up to 18 dB. Or -18. I mean, it's dB, so it doesn't really matter. -18 dB. What the target for to achieve 30 dB? What's his target to achieve? What dB should I target on each track? Target. There. Reach the target. Ah, I cannot think this morning. The target. All right, 30 audio track. Individually, blah, 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 step by step. Each track should be -33 or -32.8. Summing could be loud. That's what I was. That's why I wasn't linear thing. Now I'm curious why it's saying that. I mean, I understand that if they're in sync, they're going to do things. I guess it's just doing a generic. Well, let's find out. -30. All right, -32.8. Right now we're at 8. Down to -32. We're going to need to drop this. 14. Yeah. 14 dB. I'm at 0. So -14. It was actually more like 4, I think. So -13. Sure, we'll see where that lands. Peaked around -32. Is that what? Yeah. All right. So that's where we're at. But I'm gonna turn it back up, just for the moment, so I can see, hear the effect. The idea. Let's pan this into the center. I'm gonna remove that envelope. Start at the harmony. I want it to be. And I found that when you're between late, best to do a fast end, fast start, because of the non-linear aspect of the summation of this stuff. Right? Fast end. That and put it here. And then file ambient, and that will carry to the end of the hit. Actually, it's already there. because it's fairly short hits. Hear out sound in the headphones. All right, that is the wrong effect. Need to be back and see if that. It's been a while, so I don't. Fast start. Yeah, that's it. All right, fast start. No, fast. Fast start. All right, did that do anything at all? Huh. I wonder what happens, because the effect is kind of it's not blatant. So let's see, just go from harmony to ambient. Huh. I'm not getting move as much as I'd like it to. Let's bring this back. Let's squash it down. Yeah, let's nice and fast. Squashing, squash there, squash there. Come on. Oh, yeah. Let's just have the same waveform on all three. What on earth? What was happening? Ah! He was messing with my logic. Here we go. All right. Huh. Trying to see how. Whoa. Let's try that. Pull that in. Feel like that needs to be more in the front. Oh. So a little bit of overlap's going to be risky because that's going to make it louder. Huh. Huh. So let's do a fast attack. Pull that in earlier and longer. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Of course, we're looking at a microscope on this massive. But that's kind of the fun of it. I love music that the more you listen to, the more you hear. So if I have opportunities to do that, I mean, this is the difference between like yeah, a tapestry versus a print of a tapestry. With the tapestry, the closer you get, the more you see like the individual fibers and like the the craftsmanship that was involved. When it's a print, you lose some of that fidelity. So, I mean, this is going to be such a tiny blip on this track because I've literally got, I'm going to be duplicating that work for 35 other ones. Changing the timings. So the best way to do that, I don't hate the effect. I really don't. Let's see how it sounds with the chorus in here. So it's got to stand out. Huh. I don't love how much is on there. Let me actually throw put a low pass on there actually. Oh, all right, hold up, stop. My poor computer is like, dude. All right, that initial is really a lot. A pass might be too aggressive, honestly. Let's do some high filter. All right, it's kicking it. All right. Oh, okay. I see. I see. Oh, my EQ's off. That would help. It's. I want this to be very surgical. Oh, that is the more surgical one. All right, this is getting ridiculous. That sounds pretty good. Okay. I'm glad my computer didn't blue screen on that. It's been doing that lately. It's still pretty aggressive. There we go. Let's see how that sounds with the everybody. All right. What happens when All right. Let's see how this goes. It could be all just a bunch of rubbish, but we'll see how it goes. So, I've done it for one. Now what I want to do is duplicate this track so I can make a template. Duplicate track. I'm going to delete that. Now, can I how many tracks do I got? 1, 2. Is there a better way to do this? Maybe. Too many. Too freaking many. Bruh. I held shift. You should have selected all of them. Oh boy. What is going on? Why is it doing that? All right. Well, let's just do it this way. Nope. Okay. Are you gonna behave? Is there any indication of how many tracks I've got selected, or I'm gonna have to count them? All right. You got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, that's all 10. I'm having to count them because, well, I guess I could have just some of these tracks I deleted things. All right, so I've created one already. So we got 2 through 35. So that's 35 minus 1, 34 tracks. I've already created, the first one has it, 34, that one has it, that's 33. So I need to duplicate that one 33 more times. And then I can move everything up. In fact, it might, yeah. Duplicate, get these headphones off. What's the most efficient way to do this? This is looking pretty good. Duplicate. Boom. Duplicate. See all that counting? That was all for naught. Whatever. It'll be all for okay. Cool. Duplicate. Boom. Is there a repeat action thing? No. Duplicate. Move. Duplicate. Move. Duplicate. Move. Duplicate. Move. And this is why I didn't live stream before while I was doing all this, because it's so much tedious work. But I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it's fun. It gives me a reason to be happy with life. Gives me a reason to wake up in the morning and be like, yes, instead of, ugh. Problem is those days that you don't get to work on it, because then you just start to feel like, ugh, I want to work on this. I don't want to work on that thing that pays the bills. I'm having fun with my job too. It's really a good job. I shouldn't complain too much. I just, not enough time in a day. Doing all the work, doing all the work, doing things that are probably easy to do, but I don't know how to do it in the easy way. Oh, the end. Duplicate, move. Duplicate, move. Duplicate, move. Duplicate, move. Duplicate, move. Duplicate, move. Move. There. Duplicate. The last one. That can only be one. All right. And then we move that down to there. I don't love that it carries over the pan. I don't love that at all. All right. Goodness gracious. All right, so I move that down. And now we can delete that track. Go in the opposite direction. I'm going to save. My computer's been doing this blue screen thing lately. Well, okay. Move the track down. Now you can... Oh, no, not going to move the name too. It might be faster just to rename it all as I go. Whoa! What? Did I delete the wrong one? No? Apparently I missed one. Doggone it. Duplicate. Move. There. Move. Yeah, that's fine. I can delete you now. Move. Yeah, it's going to be faster. Other than I need to just clear the envelope. There we go. Move. Clear the pan envelope. And then... Shoot, I forgot to move that. 33. There you go. Delete track. Continue. Oh, this is excruciating. Move the name. Good gosh. Alright, move the name. Delete. Why do I do this to myself? Just throw down the track. Be happy. Dang it. Yeah, it's just going to be faster to rename all these after the fact. But part of me just wants to do this so that I can make sure I'm on the right numbers and not making a mistake somewhere. Clear envelope. Bring this down. There we go. Probably sound better for y'all too. Okay, that's looking good. Just delete the track. You don't need to do any of that jazz. Move it down. Clear the envelope. Yes. Delete. No, not delete. Now delete. Save. Move. Clear. Yes. Move. Delete. See, if there was a way to copy paste the sends and envelopes, that would have, I could have just moved that instead. But I don't think there's a way to do that. Thankfully, I don't do this very often. Move that down. Clear envelope. Alright, and we already moved the name. I'm moving the name first so I don't forget. Move the audio. Clear the envelope. Delete. Yes. Oh, I didn't move that. Let's do that. Move, clear that envelope. Delete that track. I hope I didn't. Okay, I didn't do anything. Alright, moving the name. Good Lord, this is excruciating. Why was there a volume? Whatever. It's gone now. Clear that on. Yes. Okay. Move the name. Well, that didn't do what I expected it to do. Copy, paste. There we go. Do one more, then I'll save again. Clear, yes. Cool. Move the name. Delete. Cool. Save. Nice. Save, save. Move, move. Move. There's another volume thing. Must have had the volume knob not on 0. Alright, I'll remove the name. Good there. 16. We're getting closer. Great day. Move the name. Delete. Move the name. Delete that envelope. Delete that track. Move the name. Move the audio, which doesn't exist. So these two tracks don't even have anything. So I don't need them. I'm just going to delete them. That way I don't see them. Wouldn't want to be them. All right. Clear the pan. Delete the track. Next. Clear the pan. Looks like we had some width adjustment as well. Cool. Move the name. Do moving right along. They got a Lebanese food festival going on up in Roanoke today. I've been looking forward to this for weeks, months even. The food is always good. My favorite is there's a beef kind of lasagna style dish. It's like a beef noodle casserole that I grew up with, but with a lot of really nice seasonings in the beef mixture. The desserts can be good. Obviously baklava. But the desserts aren't what gets me coming back. It's those kind of dishes. They've got some nice spinach, like fried spinach. Hot pockets, for lack of a better word. I'm trying to learn on names all this stuff. It's just not. It's not like steamed cabbage or something like that. It's like what was that stuff we had just the other day? Tabbouleh. Obviously not a English word, but my taste buds are multilingual. I just have to translate. Oh man, we had the best tabbouleh at a local, not semi-local grocery store. It's up in Salem. It was a grocery/restaurant. Petra, named after Petra Jordan. Gosh, that was so good. Cracked wheat, all fresh herbs. All fresh herbs. Not sure why that did that, but whatever. Let's. Usually the resizing doesn't actually do anything, anyways. Yeah, there we go. I mixed it in with my lamb shawarma. Along with their tzatziki sauce. Not the best of the best, but it was still really darn good. 3. We're almost there, y'all. Save. All right. Clear. Yes. And 1. Already did 1. So we're good. Hey, mate, that's where that extra thing... I was supposed to move it upward, not down. That's why I ran out of tracks. Okay. Oh, boy, look at all that. The tapestry is taking form. I don't know why it just freaked out, but okay, we're good. Good gosh, I need a new computer. I keep spending my money on plugins. I've been real good not getting any more. I just got one this month. Good gosh, dude, why are you freaking out? All right, we already did that one. So let's, I wonder if I can move all these at once. Oh, yeah, it doesn't look like I can. Dang it. All right. Weaving that tapestry. Keep telling myself that. It'll be worth it in the end. Trust me. All right. That's what they all say. All right, that's good. Is that the shape? Yeah. Fast in start. Then the secondary. The initial start is there, and then we move to slightly further back, slightly longer, and then back here. I'm going to position that there. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom. I already know if I try to copy paste, good gosh, it would be so convenient if I could copy and paste across multiple envelopes. This is very long and annoying. But we're making progress and we're making art. This is not about... All right, let's save our work so far. About to hit the 10. All right, move forward this time. Woo! Good Lord. What do I do to myself? Why do I do this to myself? Boom. Weaving that tapestry. Of electronica hip hop. All right, that looks pretty good. All right. I've warned y'all in the past, but I will. My wife likes to pop in, hang out. She's so if I mute the audio for whatever reason or kill the camera, It's just because she popped in to say hello or to hang out. All right. Ay, ay, ay. It's mind numbing. My mind goes back to the happy place of delicious Lebanese food I'm going to be getting into later. Either today or tomorrow. We visited the farmer's market Thursday. Got some locally grown greens, local meats. We're not going to use the meats, but the greens, we're going to make a Thai-inspired summer roll, which is made with that clear rice paper. And we're going to do it with some gochujang chicken, so Korean. Mix that all in with a Thai chili sauce, courtesy of ChatGPT. In my own creativity, of course. That's the thing about AI tools, man. It's an assistant. It's not running my life for me. It's just an assistant, like earlier. I know it's a heavily debated topic right now, but there's still so... I'm still the one cooking. I'm still the one coming up with the ideas. It's just so many ideas fall by the wayside because you don't have the resources to pursue them. Like this track. It's really hard to have the time to do this. You're working 40 hours a week. You have other musical commitments. You have other relationship commitments. Like yesterday, I was grateful to be at a friend's house, making new friends, meeting new people, eat delicious food, pupusas from the local pupuseria Mari. It'd be so lovely if I could just do that and this and not have to deal with other things. All right. Coming along. Why do I do this to myself? Boom. Actually, I'm feeling like I should put that on the back end there. I don't want to diminish the attack. Thank you. But I also don't want to lose its position attacking in the foreground. And there's so many of these going on that it's really not going to be that big a deal if it's not exact. It's such a tiny blip. I feel like an animator. I guess I am animating sound in this case. Just like, yeah, you see that lantern in the back? I drew that. No one's going to see it consciously. To quote, oh gosh, what was his name? Popular movie critic and reviewer. You didn't see it, but your brain did. Mr. P? Plinkett. Mr. Plinkett Strange format, but so fun. Oh gosh, I hope this was worth it. It could just be complete rubbish and I end up deleting the whole thing. All right, let's see how this sounds. All right. Okay. That doesn't sound bad. It needs some stereo creativity, but I can work with that. So, yeah, let's just do some panning. Now I've got this laid out. The idea is that it's kind of like semi-random, like, but I've got these lined up in a way so that they're like staggering. You can see like this one starts first, and then that one starts first, then that one, 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 then that one. And then we restart up here. So, yes. They're going to be launched multiple times at once, so I need to make sure that they kick off. So I think I hard panned the one down here on the right, on the left. So let's see where else we're starting. We started there. That one's at the center. See how many of these we got. This one was hard panned right. I'll move that to left. I got one, two. Oh, that one's real early, actually. Let's put that one to the left. Since that one that's not exactly lined up. Put that one to the right for the moment. All right, so it's the left of his. Then it counts 1, 2. Hard pan to the right. I think there's 3 total. 3. It's on the center. So pan at 50 left. All right, so it looks like we're dealing with 3 total strings. Oh, my poor computer. Okay, so the next one. Is there a way I can do this more effectively? So this one's at yeah. That one's at 50 left. Let's do 25 left. So that because that one's 100% left, one's 100% right. Let's just put it in the middle. It'll be fine. Put it in the middle. Save. And now we're going to have it string. So for my sanity, let's move. How many tracks we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like 8 per. At least we have at least 8 in this string, and we got 100% to travel. 8 divided by 100, or 100 divided by 8 is going to be about 12. Yeah, 12 will get you 96. So let's move it 12% center right. We're going to have it move left to right. Hold up. Center. There we go. 12. 24. 36. 48. So much math. 48. There we go. I wish I could type it in directly. 60. 72. So we're going to get this string is going to start the center and start launching off to the right. 70, 84. So that didn't work out 100% because it didn't account for the fact that one of them's starting at the middle. So it was really 100 divided by 7, which that one's a little less convenient to do. 49 would be 7, so 14. 7 times, yeah. So that really should have been 98. Minus 14 would be 84. Then 70. 56. 42. 28. 14. And 0. Yay! Now we do the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got one extra here. So now we're going to do the 12. Starting at 100% right. And we're going to loop around. Yeah. Ay. So we've got 3 starting points, but we can't really do behind, not very effectively anyways. So we really only have 200% to work with. I just swept from middle to right. Left's gonna, this one needs to swipe from middle left to there. So what's the third guy gonna do? Dang it. Okay, I think what I need to do is divide the 200% by 3. So 200 divided by 3. Oh, this is way too much math for the morning. 66-ish. Technically 67. So 67 divided by 7. We'll do this one first. 67 divided by 8. So I'm going to start at 67% on the right. Dang it. Where am I? There. So this one's going to be 67% right. We're going to increment by 8% each time. So 67, 75, 83. Yeah, 83. At some point, we're going to loop around because I'm not pulling out a virtualizer plugin to do behind the listener. That as cool as that would be, I'm drawing the line there. 99. Okay, and then we loop around. So 7 from the left. So that would be 8. 7. Then 6 more will be 94, I guess. Close enough. Minus 8, 86. 78. Okay. And then finally 70. That brings us back to start, which 70 minus 8 would be 72 compared to the 67 we were expecting. Close enough. Close enough. All right, so now we're going to do the same deal here. We got 66 aka 200 divided by 3 was times 8 divided by 7. So we're looking at 9.5. Ah, doggone it. We'll alternate 9 and 10. So we're starting at 0. So that one's fine. Alternate 9 and 10. So this one will be 9. At least I can move forward. Then to 19. And 9 be 28. I just had it. There we go. Then 10, 38. 47. Come on. 47. 57. 66. Come on, computer. Ay, ay, ay. 66. I can't wait to get a new computer. I have no money for it, but it'll happen one day. Maybe. Cool. We saved there. Got one more string to do, and then we'll be done. We'll see how this... hopefully that it will be done. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. What is this? What is this? What? No. No, there's a fourth one. Oh, doggone it. You know what? It's gonna be okay, John. Just do whatever. Okay, so we got, is this the one that we did earlier? 75. Yeah, okay. So we started at 67 there, and we moved. So we got one starting middle, going right. One starting at 67, going full right. Then we got another one, which should be starting left 67, going to middle. Let's do that. Left 67. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another 8 stepper, which means we'll be doing 8. It'd take me like 8, 8, 10, but I'm not going to be that picky. So we're going to 67 minus 8, 59. 51. 43. 35. 27. 21. 13. And 5. Not quite sure how that worked out. I would have expected that to come up short, but whatever. Good enough. So right now we've got this. And we've got this one more partial string that I didn't account for in my calculations. That we could have this. We got another triangle we can alternate between, because we got this rotating around. We could have the kind of like his, kind of bouncing, moving as we're moving along. We're moving at about 8 steps per, and we're starting at 67, 0, and 67. So half of that would be 33, 33, and 100. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. Ah, my gosh. Why do I do this to myself? 33. Then 33. Technically, this is after this. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is actually going to be 33 minus 8. So 25. Because everything else started here. 25. 25. I wish I could type that value in, but it keeps skipping. There it goes. 25. And now we're going to do the next step, which would be 33 plus 8, 41. But then we got the next step, which is going to be 59. 59. 59. Okay, and next we have the thing. We're on our 1, 2, third step. So that's plus 8, 16, 24. Okay, okay. So third step. This guy started at 100%, so he's coming in 100 minus 24. 74? Yeah, 74. 74. There. All right, now we're going to step 4, which is back at the top quadrant, minus 32. So we're pretty much at 1% left of left of center, which for all practical purposes is center, but we're being sticklers. Whatever, 2, that's fine. Like, let's just do center. There we go. Now we're going to step 5. The guy is starting in the top right. So 5 times 8 is 40. 40 plus 33 would be 73% right. Save our work. And go into step 6. 48. Starting from 100% left. 48 would be 52 left. Very nice. And then finally 7. 7 times 8, 56. 56 plus 33 would be 89. And then we looped. Oh my gosh. All right, it's pretty cool. I don't know if it was worth all that. I don't know if it was worth all that, but it's something. And it does have a pretty cool effect. So, honestly, the balance was pretty good too. It looks like the math we did to do the target gain stage for each of these really paid off. Good gosh, that was all a lot of work. Let's pull up our track manager so I can unsolo all this. I want to start putting things back in now that we've worked all that out. There we go. Goodness. All right. Unsolo all that. Why are you muted? Is there... Oh, you just don't have any... You're a track I need to throw away. Bye-bye. Cool. All right. Got solo. You're no longer soloing that one. I am going to solo... Well, that doesn't have any routes, so that doesn't matter. So what else is soloed here? Chorus censored. Let's unsolo that. I'm still Soundstage is soloed, but that should be fine. I want to make sure explicit is muted. Whoa, no, I don't want to do that. Goodness gracious. All right. Oh, there's my... There we go. That's why that was muted. Okay. Looking pretty darn good. What? I love that he added that in. This is so fun. All right, we've got... I'm going to mute explicit. I don't want that showing up on this live stream. That looks good. Da 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 da. Why is all this muted? What are you? You're the choir. Oh yeah, I had to mute that because it was showing up even when I didn't want it to. Your polyplex. I'll deal with you another day. That's one of the 2 drum kits we have going in this track. Good gosh, too much stuff. Too much stuff. All right, choir, Cosmic Walker, Prism Orange Glow, Reactor, Ambitional, Nylon Twitch, dun, 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 dun. Massive Around the World. That's one of the 2 melody instruments. Featuring Massive by Native Instruments, I believe. Butterfly Stance. That's the arpeggiator. All right, chorus is up. I'm trying to make sure. Yeah, chorus common's fine. All the chorus common, totally fine. That's actually what I want on. I don't want explicit on. I do want censored on. Looks good. Okay. Don't know why that's shown up as muted. And what happens? Sends to melody. So melody should... Well, this is one problem, is these are in my soundstage. That's probably why it's not working. Oh, no, that's not in my soundstage. What? All right, hold up. Drum room, melody, soundstage. So that is soundstage. That is still soundstage. Why is that underneath soundstage? There's no reason for that to be under soundstage. So why can't I... Oh, those hidden tracks, man. They keep throwing me off. Ah, all right. Where, yeah, censored lyrics should not be muted. It's got a send saying don't be... Ay, ay, ay. All right, did that fix it? Yes, okay, good gosh, what a pain in...
Man, I'm just trying to Man, I'm just trying to live. My friends and family, my only narrative. Work, you eat, and love, and laugh, and sleep till dawn. My motors up around us, but give and move on. But now you're coming with your bombs, and with your planes, and with your tanks, and with your guns, and with your soul.
So I don't like how tinny the chorus is sounding right now. And that's probably because of my extremely aggressive high pass filter. Let's see if I can isolate this. What did I just click? The course common John. This is very annoying. I click solo. All right, let's unsolo that.
And there.
There we go. Yay.
And there. Narrative. And there. Narrative.
Narrative.
And there. Narrative.
All right, so let's turn off the high pass there.
Forgive me, move on. But now you coming.
Because I've got another high pass happening on the parent track. So that's too much. Turn that off on pseudonyms. All right, so now both of those are no longer have a high pass. We still have a high pass on this one.
And there. Narrative. And there. Narrative. And there. Narrative.
All right, let's see how that sounds with everything on.
Trying to live, my friends and family, my only narrative. Work and eat and love and laugh is.
A little too much presence.
Trying to live, my friends and family, my only narrative. Work and eat and love and laugh and sleep till the.
Let's see, can I? Yeah, that's kind of a low medium. 800 hertz. Let's pop on the AQ there.
Trying to live, my friends and family, my only narrative. Work and eat and love and laugh and sleep.
Yeah. Because I didn't want to completely high pass it, but it needed to stay away from the melody. There we go. Okay. Let's hear this kind of in full. Little 10. Two.
Looking at the sky past the birds in flight. There's a rocket going bigger with my home in sight. Terror bombs, they be coming every day and night. Bringing fire, like a demon strike. That's right. Been hearing in the news, there's a guy who don't like me. Feeds coming out saying, come on and fight me. Barely know you exist while you're raising your fist. So treasuring animosity and now rocket. Man, I'm just trying to live. My friends and family, my only narrative. Work and eat and love and laugh and sleep till dawn. My modus operandi, forgive and move on. But now you coming with your bombs and with your planes and with your tanks and with your guns and with your soldier and your fire and your chaos and your hate and with your lies and with your torture and your tears and with your death and with your darkness and your salvation and suffering. Screw your hell. Why you killing my family? Screw your hell. Why are you killing my peace? Screw your hell. Why you tearing my world apart? Screw your hell. I've done nothing to you. Screw your hell. Go back home. Screw your hell. Get out of your home. Screw your hell. Just leave me alone. My life was much better before you came along. Don't come back so we can work together. Let's celebrate our difference. I'm killing each other. Screw you.
Yeah. Let's get those claps real fast. Correct. Yeah, let's do that. Turn that. Actually, let's do this in fader.
Don't come back so we can work together. Let's celebrate our difference. I'm killing each other. Screw you.
All right, last thing I'm going to do before I can take a break. Boom.
Come back so we can work together. Let's celebrate our difference. I'm killing each other. Screw you.
All right, then we're going to pan ambient. Right now I've got it kind of one on the left, one on the right. I want to pan ambient support a little further. See, I want to route them independently, but we'll just try to do that. We'll see how this sounds. 25. There we go.
Come back so we can work together. Let's celebrate our difference. I'm killing each other.
Mostly just showing up in the left, isn't it? I've got an idea. Let's clear that. That's not working. Do width. We don't have a width. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Still only getting left. Why is the left so much? Yeah, why is that so much center? We're going to support. Yeah. What's going on here? There. Don't have that going on. Any panning going on at all? Let's turn off the alphaverb, see if that fixes it. No? EQ? Okay, so it's getting diluted somewhere else. Where? Because that's right channel only right there. You send, support, only going to support. And yet, our input is almost mono. Let's check the panning on here. Ah, there it is. Ah, so annoying. Okay. I bet what happened was when I deleted the envelope, it transferred the current value to that. Oh, Reaper gets annoying sometimes, and that's one of the annoying things. Alright. Alright, so we got the left working now. Unmute the right working. Really nice. A little too boxy. So let's open up the width a bit. It's too synchronized, so let's reduce the width. Bring it down to 50 or so. Alright. Pretty good stereo separation.
Don't come back till we can work together. Let's celebrate our difference. I'm killing each other.
That's only support, so let's add the ambient in. Ah, okay, there we go.
Come back till we can work together. Let's celebrate our difference. I'm killing together. Let's celebrate our difference. I'm killing each other.
Not too shabby. So, I think I'm gonna take a break now. Probably do some grocery shopping, rotate laundry, all that fun stuff. Big quotation marks, big asterisk, slash s, all that. So what we have accomplished today is Ruckus Hiss is now sound pretty darn good. That was a lot of work, but I dare say it was worth it. Again, we're weaving the tapestry, and what I really like in my tracks is for lots of detail. It is a tapestry. It's a tapestry of sound. You have all this stuff going on, and you see the big picture. The more you listen, the deeper it gets. The more like, whoa, what happened there? In the virtual sound stage that's happening, there's so many details, but it's all pointing towards the overall experience. and I love it. It's so much fun. That's why I do this, and I'm really happy. We cleaned up Rocket's Hiss. We got uh, everything pulled back in. We cleaned up claps a bit because they were pretty flat. They were very flat, not just pretty flat. They were flat. They needed some dimension, so I fixed that. I'm a little annoyed that I still have some volume knobs in here, but I'll deal with that later. Just kind of getting an idea. We still got to get the drums in, both drum kits. We got to get the synths in. Yeah, all these guys are not being routed right now, but I've been kind of starting with the important stuff, the vocals. The vocals is the most important, and then the drums and bass are next, and then the electronics fill in the gaps. Electronics, the synthesizers fill in the gaps. What? I love that.
Guy who don't like me, feet's coming out saying, come on and fight.
Ah. Oh man, that's so cool. Yeah, drums. Oh, I've still got that snazzy stuff going on. This was a relic from Dynamic EQ. Gosh, what was that? Yeah. This was from Defending the Gates. I just copy pasted my soundstage from there, and then I've been tweaking it. But in Defending the Gates, we had a segment where the drums were less important, and so I dropped in a dynamic EQ so that it could to thin out the drums a bit, so that we had room. Right, that's during the bass solo, the dueling bass solo. Such a cool track. If you haven't listened to it yet, definitely check it out. If you're watching this, then you've got the patience for it. It's such a cool track, but I don't need that for this. Not that I'm aware of anyways, but we got that in there. But let me just clean up this project. It's complicated enough. I don't need to do anymore. Stop playing, thank you. Yeah, I'll leave that disabled, and then yeah, you can see I just took out everything but the absolute low end of the drums there, trying to make sure that there's room for the bass, dueling basses going on. All right. Well, thank y'all for joining me, and I hope whoever ends up watching this gets some fun out of it. I really hope this track goes well, and that's the reason you're watching, is because you're like, wow, that Victim of War track was really cool. Let's see some of the process of what made it happen. That's my hope. That's why I'm doing this. We'll see what happens. All right. I might see y'all later. We'll see how the day flows.